fastest run of my career, 109. I mean, I was fourth and I finished second in a really tight battle in the last 6-7K of the run. So overall pretty, I guess, satisfied with the race, even though I really wanted to win again. And yeah, my first emotion when I crossed the line was disappointment, but overall it was an okay race, and still second is still pretty strong performance.
Welcome back, double defending champion, Mr. Rudy from Berg. How it's like to be back? Are you excited?
I love the enthusiasm, yeah, super good to be back.
As far as feelings and vibes pre-race, well, I was pretty confident about the race. I mean, my preparation went well, and there was really no excuse about my performance. I mean, I did all the training I needed to do. Everything went to plan, more or less. I had just a little hiccup 10 days before the race where I was just pretty tired and had to take a couple days off. But apart from that, everything was solid, and I expected to, be up there, have a great performance, and if I had, a performance close to 100%, that I could win the race.
We have an absolutely amazing field. First off, we're carrying start number 21. Rudy from Berg from the USA. Rudy's coming back, having won here twice, and he's a two-time returning champion. If he makes it today, this will be a three-peat. Absolutely amazing. 2 years ago in 2019, when we had the last race here, he was battling Javi Gomez all the way to the line, just 11 seconds between them in the end.
As far as the swim goes, it was an in-water start with the wetsuit, and the water was about 18 degrees Celsius, so pretty nice temperature for a wetsuit swim, pretty perfect actually. This was a very twisty course that had, it was in the harbor, so it was all over. We'd go out and back and go back out and come back. It was quite a technical swim. I had a pretty good start. I didn't get hit really anyone next to me, and settled in maybe around 5th, 6th position, and more or less stayed there the entire swim. It was not an easy swim, but I wouldn't say it was the hardest swim ever either. It was kind of controlled, but yeah, not easy. The pace, I don't know exactly what was the pace we swam. I swam 22 minutes and 1 second, which is a pretty fast pace, but also we don't know what was the exact distance. So yeah, overall pretty happy with the swim. It's where I expected to be. Apart from Kyle Smith, there weren't any top swimmers, but I guess he is one, and he was leading, so the pace was still pretty hot. And yeah, came out of the water in 7th position, and second out of T2 after a fast transition. It was the perfect setup for a good day. Bike, I was second out of T2, and at the beginning of the bike, Kyle Smith, I knew he had that tactic to go out real fast, and that's what he did. He established a gap, and I was a little behind. I couldn't quite follow him at the start, and I was with a group of guys. I tried to break away after 30K. I went really hard for 10-15 minutes and had a little gap, but then Magnus Ditlev kind of tried to come back to me, and so we could work together maybe, but he brought back the whole group, unfortunately, and so we ended the bike pretty much with this whole group of 8 or 9 guys, and it's unfortunate because at the end, the last 20-30k, no one wanted to ride, and that enabled Kyle Smith in the front to get a bigger gap, and thankfully it wasn't too big because we only caught him on the run very late, but especially it enabled George Goodwin to catch up some precious time, which in the end enabled him to win on the run, so that was kind of a bummer. After that pretty frustrating bike, I was in T2 in second, about 2 minutes behind Kyle Smith, and I headed out onto the run, in second position, and very quickly I was running with the German Jan Stratmann, who was running really well, and our whole group was there within 15-20 seconds, and everyone was running quite well. First few Ks just went by like that, everyone pretty close at a pretty fast pace. I had not much idea of what pace I was going. I wasn't really looking at my watch, but I knew it was rolling pretty good. And then George Goodwin caught us maybe after 8, 9, 10K, something like that. And I lost a bit of time there to George Goodwin and Jan Stratmann, and Kyle Smith was still ahead, but I was still within striking distance. And so at that point I was 4th, with 5th, 6th, and 7th still real close. So this was a really tight battle from 2nd to 7th, 8th really, and everyone was running quite well. And as the race unfolded, I really gritted my teeth and tried to not lose too much time to Goodwin and Stratmann. I stayed there within 10, 20, max 25 seconds. And I knew that if I felt good and that I would really give it everything in the last 6, 7K, starting from 13, 14K, try to give it everything to, not be 4th. I really didn't want to be 4th in this race, especially after winning 2 times in 2018 and 2019. Finishing 4th would suck. So I was motivated I knew I could finish 2nd probably if I passed Stratmann and Kyle Smith, who was slightly fading at the end, but it was mostly us that were just running at a really solid pace. And thankfully I was able to do that with a few Ks to go. I really went dug deep, was able to pass Stratmann and Kyle Smith, and finished 23 seconds behind George Goodwin. Really digging deep, a lot of pain at the end, but that was good enough for a really big shiny PR for me on the run, 109.34, which I'm really happy about, and especially before the race, one of my goals was to have a really good run, and that's what happened. A little more disappointed about the bike, but can't have everything at once. I was pretty happy to finish 2nd, in the last K. But I remember the first feeling I had literally as I crossed the line was disappointment, because I was so close to the win and I really wanted to win. It would have been amazing to win 3 times in a row at this European Championship, but unfortunately it was not for me today. 2nd was the best I could do, and that's it. Obviously a lot of pain as I crossed the finish line. I had to just lay down there and enjoy some recovery with all the competitors that were coming in really close behind too. And That's it. I mean, not really disappointed, obviously, but not super ecstatic about it either. It was kind of slightly mixed, even though overall I think I should still be pretty happy about it, especially with a massive run PR.
America in an overall time of 3 hours, 39 minutes and 21 seconds. Swimming around 22 minutes, biking around 2:03 and running a proper 1:09:30 half marathon. Give it up for Rudy von Berg. Here we go, medals presented by Regional Director from Ironman Mass, Mike. Just the trophy to go with that. And that brings us to our men's number 1 European champion 2021. Just getting a little bit of treatment. Hopefully he fell down a little bit, but give it off. Here comes George in swimming, 24 minutes, biking 2:01, running an incredible 1:08 half marathon. Becomes European champion 2021 at Ironman 7.3 distance. Give it up for George Goodwin. There you have the men's podium.
What's next for you, Rudy?
Right here in Elsinore.
I'm going to do the 70.3 Les Sables in France
second a number
next
of
week
times
in
at the
7
World
days.
Championships.
It's my
And also
club,
at the
Les Sables
Ironman
Vendée.
7.3 World Championships.
It's my
This is
triathlon
your
club.
first 7.3 triathlon.
And
Yes.
yeah, pretty
How's
awesome
that
race
feel?
in France. Hope to be recovered for that, and hope to win again.
Good luck for you, congratulations.
You're very, very